Play on. Give me excess of it, that surfeiting the appetite may sicken and so die. No, that strain again. It had a dying fall. It came over my ears like the sweet sound that breathes upon a bank of violets. A stealing and giving odor. Enough. No more. It's not so sweet now as it was before. O spirit of love, how quick and fresh art thou, that notwithstanding thy capacity, receiveth as the sea, not enters there, of what validity and pitch soever but falls into abatement and low price. Even in a minute, so full of shapes is fancy that it alone is high fantastical.
Will you go hunt, my lord?
What curio?
The harp.
So I do. The noblest that I have. Oh, when my eyes did see Olivia first, methought she purged the air of pestilence. That instant was I turned into a hart, and my desires, like fell and cruel hounds, ere since pursue me. How now? What news from her?
So please, my lord, I might not be admitted. But from her handmaid do return this answer. The element itself till 7 years' heat shall not behold her face at ample view. But like a cloister she will veiled walk, and water once a day her chamber round, with eye offending brine. All this to season a brother's dead love, which she would keep fresh and lasting in her sad remembrance.
O she that hath a heart of that fine frame, to pay this debt of love but to a brother? How will she love when the rich golden shaft hath killed the flock of all affections else that live in her? When liver, heart, and brain, these sovereign thrones are all supplied and filled. Sweet perfections, one self king. Away before me to sweet beds of flowers. Love thoughts lie rich when canopied with bowers.
What country, friends, is this?
This is Illyria, lady.
What should I do in Illyria? My brother, he is in Elysium. Perchance he is not drowned. What think you, sailors?
'Tis perchance that you yourself were safe.
Oh, my poor brother, and so perchance may he be?
True, madam. And to comfort you with chance, assure yourself, after our ship did split, when you and those poor numbers saved with you hung on our driving boat, I saw your brother, most provident in peril, bind himself, courage and hope both teaching him to practice, to a strong mast that lived upon the sea, where like Ariel on the dolphin's back, I saw him hold acquaintance with the waves, so long as I could see.
Saying so, there's gold. Mine own escape unfoldeth to my hope, or to thy speech serves for authority the like of him. Knowest thou this country?
Aye, madam, well, for I was bred and born not 3 hours' travel from this very place.
Who governs here?
A noble duke, in nature as in name,
What is the name?
Orsino.
Orsino? I've heard my father name him. He was a bachelor then.
And so is now, or was so very late, for but a month ago I went from hence. And then 'twas fresh in murmur, as you know, when great ones do the less will prattle of, that he did seek the love of fair Olivia.
What's she?
A virtuous maid, the daughter of a count that died some 12 months since, then leaving her in the protection of his son, her brother, for whose dear love, who shortly also died, for whose dear love, they say, she hath abjured the company and sight of men.
Oh, that I served that lady and might not be delivered into the world until I'd made mine own occasion mellow what my estate is.
That were hard to compass, because she will admit no kind of suit. No, not the duke's.
There is a fair behavior in thee, captain. And though nature doth with a beauteous wall oft close in pollution, yet of thee I'll believe thou hast a mind that suits with this thy fair and outward character. I prithee, and I'll pay thee bounteously. Conceal me what I am, for such disguise shall happily become the form of my intent. I'll serve this duke. Thou shalt present me as a eunuch to him. It may be worth thy pains, for I can sing and speak to him in many sorts of music that will allow me very worth his service. What else may hap, to time I will commit. Only shape thou thy silence to my wit.
Be you his eunuch, and your mute I'll be. When I do blab, then let my tongue not, then let mine eyes not see.
I thank thee, lead me on.
What a plague needs my niece to take the death of her brother such? I'm sure it cares an enemy to life.
By my troth, Sir Toby, you must come in earlier overnight. Your cousin, my lady, takes great exception to your ill hours.
Why, let her accept before accepted.
Aye, but you must confine yourself within the modest limits of order.
Confine? I'll confine myself no finer than I am. Are these clothes not good enough to drink in, and these boots too? Oh. And they be not? Let them hang themselves in their own straps.
That quaffing and drinking will undo you. I heard my lady talk of it yesterday, and of a foolish knight who brought one knight here to be her wooer.
Who? Sir Andrew, that you cheek?
Aye, he.
Why, he's as tall as any man in Illyria.
What's that to the purpose?
Why, he has 3,000 ducats a year.
Aye, but he'll have but a year in all these ducats. He's a very fool and a prodigal.
Fie that you'll say so. Why, he plays the viol to gamboys and speaks 3 or 4 languages, word for word, without book, and hath all the good gifts of nature.
Ah, he hath indeed, almost natural. For besides that he's a fool, he's a great quarreler. And but that he hath the gift of a coward to ally that gust he hath in quarreling, 'tis thought among the prudent he would quickly have the gift of a grave.
Oh, they are scoundrels and subtractors that would say so of him. Who are they?
They add, moreover, that he's drunk nightly in your company.
With drinking healths to my niece. I will drink healths to her as long as there's passage in my throat and drink in Illyria. And he's a coward and a coistrel that will not drink healths to her till his brain turn to the toe like a perished top. What, wench? Castellano Vugo, for here comes Sir Andrew Ague-Face.
How now, Sir Toby Bell?
Ah, sweet Sir Andrew.
Bless you, fair shrew.
And you too, sir.
Accost, Sir Andrew, accost.
What's that?
My niece's chambermaid.
Ooh. Good mistress, accost. I desire better acquaintance.
My name is Mary, sir.
Oh, good mistress, Mary accost.
Thou mistakest, knight. Accost is to front her, to board her, to woo her, to assail her.
My. I'll not undertake her in this company. Is that the meaning of accost?
Fare you well, gentlemen.
And thou let part so. Wouldst thou never draw a sword again?
Oh, and thou part so, mistress. I would I might never draw sword again. Fair lady, do you think you have fools in hand?
Sir, I have you not by the hand.
Oh, Mary, man, you shall have it. And here is my hand.
Now, sir, thought is free. I pray you bring your hand to the buttery bar and let it drink.
Wherefore, sweetheart? What is your metaphor?
It's dry, sir.
I think so. I'm not such a fool as I can keep my hand dry, but what's your jest?
A dry jest, sir.
Are you full of them?
Hi, sir. I have them at my fingers' ends. Mary, now I let go your hand. I am barren.
Knight, thou lackest a cup of canary. When have I seen thee put down so?
Never in your life, I think, unless you see canary put me down. Sometimes I think I have no more wit than a Christian or an ordinary man has. But I am a great eater of beef, and I think it does harm to my wit.
No doubt.
I thought that, and I forswear it. I'll home tomorrow, Sir Toby.
Pourquoi, dear knight?
What is pourquoi? Do or not do? Oh, I would that I bestowed the time and tongues that I had in fencing and dancing and bear baiting. That I had but followed the arts.
Then hadst thou an excellent head of hair.
Why, would it have mended my hair?
Past question, for thou seest it will not curl by nature.
No, but it becomes me well enough, does it not?
Excellent, like flax hanging from a distaff. And I hope to see a housewife take thee between her legs and spit it up.
Oh, faith, Sir Toby. I'll home tomorrow. Your niece will not be seen, and if she be, it's 4 to 1 she'll none of me. The Count himself here hard by woos her.
She'll none of the Count. She'll not rise above her degree, neither in estate, nor years, nor wit. I've heard her swear to it. Tut! There's life in it, man.
I'll stay a month longer. I am a fellow of the strangest mind in the world. I delight in masks and revels, sometimes all together.
Art thou good at these kickshots?
Oh, as any man in Illyria, whatsoever he be, under the degree of my betters, and yet I will not compare with an old man.
What is thy excellence in a galliard now?
Ooh, faith, I can cut a caper.
And I can cut the mutton to it.
Oh, and I think I have the back trick simply as strong as any man in Illyria.
Wherefore are these things hid? Wherefore have these things a curtain before them? Why dost thou not go to church in a galliard and come home in a coranto? My very walk should be a jig. I would not so much as make water, but in a syncopace. What dost thou mean? Is this a world to hide virtues in? I did think, by the excellent constitution of thy leg, that it was formed under the star of a galleon.
Ah, 'tis strong, and does indifferent well in a flame-colored stock. Shall we set about some revels?
What shall we do else? Were we not born under Taurus?
Taurus, sides and hard.
No, sir, 'tis legs and thighs. Let me see the caper. Excellent. Higher, higher.
The Duke continue these favors toward you, Cesario. You would like to be much advanced. He hath known you but 3 days, and already you are no stranger.
You either feared his humor or my negligence that you call in question the continuance of his love. Is he inconstant, sir, in his favors?
No, believe me.
Thank you. Here comes the Count.
Who saw Cesario, ho?
My lord, on your attendance here.
Stand your while aloof, Cesario. Thou knowest no less but all. I've unclasped to thee the book even of my dear soul. Therefore, good youth, I dress thy gate unto her. Be not denied access, stand at her doors and tell them, there thy fixed foot shall grow till thou have audience.
But sure, my noble lord, if she be so abandoned to her sorrow as it is spoke, she never will admit me.
Be clamorous, leap all civil bounds, rather than make an unprofited return.
Say I do speak with her, my lord, what then?
Then unfold the passion of my love. Surprise her with discourse of my dear faith. Shall become thee well to act my woes. She will attend it better in thy youth than in annuncios of more grave aspects.
I think not so, my lord.
Dear lad, believe it. For they shall yet belie thy happy years that say thou art a man. Diana's lip is not more smooth than Rubius. Thy small pipe is as a maiden's organ, shrill and sound. And all is semblative a woman's part. I know thy consolation is right apt for this affair. Some 4 or 5 attend him. All, if you will, for I myself am best when least in company. Prosper well in this, and thou shalt live as freely as thy lord, to call his fortunes thine.
I'll do my best to woo your lady. Yet a barful strife, whoe'er I woo, myself would be his wife.
Nay, either tell me where thou hast been, or I'll not open my lips so wide a bristle may enter in way of thy excuse. My lady will hang thee for thy absence.
Oh, well, let her hang me. He that is well hanged in this world needs to fear no colors.
Make that good.
He shall see none to fear.
A good Lenten answer. I can tell thee where that saying was born of. I fear no colors.
Oh, where, good Mistress Mary?
In the wars, and that you may be so bold to say in your foolery.
Well, God give them wisdom that have it, and those that are fools, let them use their talents.
Yet you will be hung for being so long absent. Or to be turned away, is that not as good as hanging to you?
Oh, many a good hanging prevents a bad marriage. And as for turning away, let summer bear it out.
You are resolute then.
Oh, not so neither, but I am resolved on 2 points.
That if one break, the other will hold, or if both break, your gaskins fall.
Oops. Apt. In good faith, very apt. Well, go thy ways. If Sir Toby would leave drinking, thou wert as witty a piece of Eve's flesh as any in Illyria.
Peace, you rogue, no more that. Here comes my lady. Make your excuse wisely, you were best.
Wit, and it be thy will, put me into good fooling. Those wits that think they have thee do very oft prove fools, and I, that am sure I lack thee, may pass for a wise man. For what says Quinopolis? Better a witty fool than a foolish wit. God bless thee, lady!
Take the fool away.
Do you not hear, fellows? Take away the lady!
Go to. You are a dry fool. I'll know more of you. Besides, you grow dishonest.
2 faults, Madonna, that drink and good counsel will amend. For give the dry fool drink, then is the fool not dry. Bid the dishonest man mend himself. If he mend, he's no longer dishonest. If he cannot, let the botcher mend him. Anything that's mended is but patched. Virtue that transgresses is but patched with sin, and sin that amends is but patched with virtue. If but this simple syllogism will serve, so. If not, what remedy? As there's no true cuckold but calamity, so beauty's a flower. The lady bade take away the fool. Therefore, I say again, take her away!
Sir, I bade them take away you.
Oh, misprision in the highest degree! Lady, cuculus non facit manachum, which is as much to say as, I wear not motley in my brain. Lady, give me leave to prove you a fool.
Can you do it?
Dexterously, good Madonna.
Make your proof.
I must catechize you for it, Madonna. Good my mouse of virtue, answer me.
Well, for want of other idleness, I'll bide your proof.
Good Madonna, why mournest thou?
Good fool for my brother's death.
I think his soul is in hell, Madonna.
I know his soul is in heaven, fool.
Ha ha! The more fool Madonna! To mourn for your brother's soul being in heaven. Take away the fool, gentlemen.
How think you of this fool, Malvolio? Did he not mend?
Yes, and shall do till the pangs of death shake him. Infirmity that decays the wise doth ever make the better fool.
Oh, God send you, sir, a speedy infirmity for the better increasing of your folly. Sir Toby will be sworn that I am no fox, but he will not pass his word for tuppence that you are no fool.
I'll say you to that, Malvolio.
I marvel your ladyship takes delight in such a barren rascal. I saw him put down the other day with an ordinary fool that has no more brain than a stone. Look you now, he's out of his guard already. Unless you laugh and minister occasion to him, he's gagged. I protest. I take these wise men that crow so at these said kinds of fools no better than the fool's zanies.
Oh, you are sick of self-love, Malvolio, and taste with a distempered appetite. To be generous, guiltless, and of free disposition is to take those things for bird bolts that you deem cannon bullets. There is no slander in an allowed fool, though he do nothing but rail, nor no railing in a known discreet man, though he do nothing but reprove.
Now, Mercury endue thee with leasing, for thou speakest well of fools.
Madam, there is at the gate a young gentleman much desires to speak with you.
From the Count Orsino, is it?
I know not, madam. 'Tis a fair young man and well attended.
Who of my people hold him in delay?
Sir Toby, madam, your kinsman.
Fetch him off, I pray you. He speaks nothing but madman. Fie on him. Go you, Malvolio. If it be a suit from the Count, I am sick or not at home, what you will to dismiss it. You see, sir, how your fooling grows old and people dislike it.
Thou hast spoke for us, Madonna, as if thy eldest son had been a fool, whose skull Jove cram with brains. For, here he comes. One of your kin has a most weak piamater.
By mine honor, half drunk. What is he at the gate, cousin?
A gentleman.
A gentleman. What gentleman?
A gentleman. Oh, a plague on these pickle herring. Now, sot!
Oh, good Sir Toby!
Cousin, how have you come so early by this lethargy?
Lechery? I defy lechery. There's one at the gate.
Aye, Mary, what is he?
Let him be the devil and he will, I care not. Give me faith, I say. That's all.
What's a drunken man like, fool?
Like a drowned man, a fool, and a madman. The first draft above heat makes him a fool. The second mads him. And the third drowns him.
Then go you and seek the crowner and have him sit to my cuz, for he's in the 3rd degree of drink. He's drowned. Go, look after him.
Oh, he is but mad yet, Madonna, and the fool shall look to the madman.
Madam, yon young fellow swears he will speak with you. I told him you are sick. He takes on him to understand so much and therefore comes to speak with you. I told him you are asleep. He seems to have a foreknowledge of that too and therefore comes to speak with you. What is to be said to him, lady? He is fortified against any denial.
Tell him he shall not speak with me.
Has been told so, and he says he'll stand at your door like a sheriff's post and be the supporter to a bench, but he'll speak with you.
What kind of man is he?
Why, of mankind.
What manner of man?
A very ill manner. He'll speak with you, will you, and no.
Of what personage and years is he?
Nor yet old enough for a man, nor young enough for a boy. As a squashy is before 'tis a peas cod, or codling when 'tis almost an apple, 'tis with him in standing water between boy and man. He is very well favored, and he speaks very shrewishly. One would think his mother's milk was scarce out of him.
Let him approach. Call in my gentlewoman.
Gentlewoman, my lady calls.
Give me my veil. Come, throw it on my face. We'll once more hear Orsino's embassy.
The honorable lady of the house, which is she?
Speak to me. I shall answer for her. Your will?
Most radiant, exquisite, and unmatchable beauty. I pray you tell me if this be the lady of the house, for I never saw her. I would be loath to cast away my speech, for not only is it excellently well penned, I have taken great pains to con it. Good beauties, let me sustain no scorn. I am very comfortable, even to the least sinister usage.
Whence came you, sir?
I could say a little more than I have studied, and that question's out of my part. Good mistress, if you be the lady of the house, give me modest assurance that I may proceed in my speech.
Are you a comedian?
No, my profound heart. Yet by the very fangs of malice, I swear I am not that I play. Are you the lady of the house?
If I do not usurp myself, I am.
Most certain if you are she, you do usurp yourself. For what is yours to bestow is not yours to reserve. But now I am from my commission. I will on with my speech in your praise and then show you the heart of my message.
Come to what is important in it. I forgive you the praise.
Alas, I have taken great pains to study it, and 'tis poetical.
It is the more like to be feigned. I pray you keep it in. I heard that you were saucy at my gates and allowed you to approach rather to wonder at you than to hear you. If you be not mad, be gone. If you have sense, be brief. It is not that time of moon with me to make one in so skipping a dialogue. Will you hoist sail, sir? Here lies your way.
No, good swabber, I'm to hull here a little longer. Some mollification for your giant, sweet lady? Tell me your mind, I am a messenger.
Sure you have some hideous matter to deliver when the courtesy of it is so fearful. Speak your office.
It alone concerns your ear. I bring no overture of war, no taxation of homage. I hold the olive in my hand. My words are as full of peace as matter.
And yet you began rudely. What are you? What would you?
The rudeness that hath appeared in me I have learned from my entertainment. Who I am and what I would are as secret as maidenhead. To your ears, divinity. To all others, profanation.
Give us this place alone. We will hear this divinity. Now, sir, your text.
Most sweet lady.
A comfortable doctrine, and much may be said of it. Where lies your text?
In Orsino's bosom.
In his bosom. In what chapter of his bosom?
To answer by the method, in the first of his heart.
Oh, I have read it. It is heresy. Have you no more to say?
Good madam. Let me see your face.
Have you any commission from your master to negotiate with my face? You are now out of your text. But we will draw the curtain and show you the picture. Look you, sir, such a one I was this present. Is't not well done?
Excellently done, if God did all.
'Tis in rain, sir. 'Twill endure wind and weather.
Then 'tis beauty truly blent, whose red and white nature's own sweet and cunning hand laid on. Lady, you are the cruelest she alive if you will leave these graces to the grave and leave the world no copy.
I will not be so hard-hearted. I will give out diverse schedules of my beauty, and each particle and utensil labeled to my will. As item, 2 lips in different red. Item, 2 gray eyes with lids to them. Item, 1 neck, 1 chin, and so forth. Were you sent hither to praise me?
I see you what you are. You are too proud. If you are the devil, you are fair. My lord and master loves you. Oh, such love could but be recompensed were you crowned the nonpareil of beauty.
How does he love me?
With adorations, fertile tears, with groans that thunder love, with sighs of fire.
The master knows my mind. I cannot love him. Yet I suppose him virtuous, know him noble, of great estate, a fresh and stainless youth, voices well divulged, free, learned, and valiant, an intervention in the shape of nature, a gracious person. But yet I cannot love him. He might have took his answer long ago.
If I did love you in my master's flame, with such a suffering, such a deadly life, in your denial I would find no sense. I would not understand it.
Why? What would you?
Make me a willow cabin at your gate, and cry upon my soul within the house. Write loyal cantons of contemned love, and sing them loud even in the dead of night. Halloo your name to the reverberate hills, and make the babbling gossip of the air cry out, "Oh, Olivia! Ah, ah, ah!" Oh, you should not rest between the elements of air and earth, but you should pity me.
You might do much. What is your parentage?
Above my fortunes, yet my state as well. I am a gentleman.
Get you to your lord. I cannot love him. Let him send no more. Unless, perchance, you come to me again to tell me how he takes it. Fare you well. I thank you for your pains. Here, spend this for me.
I have no feed post, lady. Keep your purse. My master, not myself, lacks recompense. Let his heart be like flint, that you should love. And let your fervor, like my master's be, placed into contempt. Farewell, fair cruelty.
What is your parentage? Above my fortunes, yet my state is well. I am a gentleman. I'll be sworn thou art. Thy lips, thy tongue, thy foot, face, they give thee fivefold blazon. Not too fast, soft, soft. Unless the master were the man. How now? In so quickly may one catch the plague. Methinks I do feel this youth's perfections with an invisible and subtle stealth to creep in at mine eye. Well, let it be. What ho, Malvolio?
Here, madam, at your service.
Run after that same peevish messenger, the county's man. He left this ring behind him, would I or no? Tell him I'll none of it. Desire him not to flatter with his lord, nor hold him up with hopes. I am not for him. If that the youth will come this way tomorrow, I'll give him reasons for it. Hide him, Malvolio.
Madam, I will.
I do, I know not what, and fear to find mine eye too great a flatterer from my mind. Fate, show thy force. Ourselves we do not owe. What is decreed must be. And be this so?
Will you stay no longer? Nor will you not that I go with you?
By your patience, no. My stars shine darkly over me. The malignancy of my fate might perhaps distemper yours. Therefore, I shall crave of you your leave, that I may bear my evils alone. It were a bad recompense for your love to lay any of them on you.
Let me yet know of you whether you were bound.
Well, sooth, sir, my determinate voyage is mere extravagancy. But I perceive in you so excellent a touch of modesty that you will not extort from me what I am willing to keep in. Therefore, it charges me in manners the rather to express myself. You must know of me then, Antonio. My name is Sebastian, which I called Roderick. My father was that Sebastian of Messalene whom I know you have heard of. He left behind him myself and a sister, both born in an hour. If the heavens had been pleased, would we had so ended. But you, sir, altered that. For some hour before you took me from the breach of the sea was my sister drowned.
Alas the day.
A lady, sir, that although it was said she much resembled me, was yet of many accounted beautiful. But though I could not with such estimable wonder overfar you that, yet thus far will I boldly publish her. She bore a mind that envy could not but call fair. She is drowned already, sir, with salt water. Though I seem to drown her remembrance again with more.
Pardon me, sir, your bad entertainment.
Oh, good Antonio, forgive me your trouble.
If you will not murder me for my love, let me be your servant.
If you will not undo what you have done, that is, kill him whom you have recovered, desire it not. Fare ye well at once. My bosom is full of kindness, and I am yet so near the manners of my mother that upon the least occasion more, mine eyes will tell tales of. I am bound to the Count Orsino's court. Farewell.
The gentlest of all the gods go with thee. I have many enemies in Orsino's court, else would I very shortly see thee there. But come with me. I do adore thee so. Thy danger shall seem sport, and I will go.
Why not you? Even now? With the Countess Olivia.
Even now, sir, On a moderate pace, I have since arrived but hither.
She returns this ring to you, sir. You might have saved me my pains to have taken it away yourself. She adds, moreover, that you should put your lord into a desperate assurance you will none of him. And one more thing, that you be never so hardy to come again in his affairs, unless it be to report your lord's taking of this. Receive it so.
She took the ring of me, I'll none of it.
Come, sir, you peevishly threw it to her, and it is her will that it should be so returned. If it be worth stooping for, there it lies in your eye. If not, he is his that finds it.
I left no ring with her. What means this lady? Fortune forbid my outside have not charmed her. She made good view of me. Indeed, so much that sure methought her eyes had lost her tongue, for she did speak in starts, distractedly. She loves me, sure. The cunning of her passion invites me in this churlish messenger. None of my lord's ring. Why, he sent her none. I am the man. Oh, if it be as 'tis. Poor lady, she were better love a dream. Disguise, I see thou art wickedness, wherein the pregnant enemy does much. How easy is it for the proper false in women's waxen hearts to set their forms. Alas, our frailty is the cause, not we, for such as we are made of, such we be. How will this fadge? My master loves her dearly. And I, poor monster, fond as much on him as she mistaken seems to dote on me. What will become of this? As I am a man, my state is desperate for my master's love. As I am a woman, now alas the day, what thriftless sighs shall poor Olivia breathe? Time, thou must untangle this, not I. It is too hard a knot for me to untie.
Approach, Sir Andrew. Not to be in bed after midnight is to be up betimes, and deluculo surgere. Thou knowest.
By my troth, I know not. But I do know. Up late is to be up late.
A false conclusion. I hate it as an unfilled can. To be up after midnight and to go to bed then is early. So that to go to bed after midnight is to go to bed betimes. Does our life not consist of the four elements?
Pays so they say, but I think it would rather consist in eating and drinking.
Thou art a scholar. Therefore, let us eat and drink. Maria, a stoup of wine.
Oh, here comes the fool of faith.
Oh, how now, my hearts! Did you never see the picture of we three?
Welcome, ass. Now, let's have a catch.
By my troth, the fool has an excellent breast. I'd rather than 40 shilling I had such a leg and so sweet a breast this thing as the fool has. Oh, in sooth, thou wast a very gracious fooling last night when thou spokest the picrochromitus of the Fabians, passing the equinoctial of Coebus. Oh, it was very good, in faith. Oh, I sent thee sixpence for thy layman, hast it?
I did impeticos thy gratillity. For Malvolio's nose is no whipstock. My lady has a white hand. And the Myrmidons are no bottle ale houses!
Excellent!
This is the best fooling when all is done. And now a song.
Oh, come on. Here's sixpence for thee. Let's have a song.
There's a tester of the bee. If one night given...
Would you have a love song or a song of good life?
A love song. A love song.
I care not for the good life.
Pum, 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 pum. Oh, mistress mine, where are you roaming? Staying here, your true love's calling. That can sing both high and low. That can sing both high and low. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, tread no further, pretty sweeting, journey's end, in lovers' meeting. Every wise man's son doth know, every wise man's son doth know. What is love? 'Tis not hereafter. Present mirth hath present laughter. What's to come is still unsure. What's to come is still unsure. Delay, there lies no plenty. So come kiss me, sweet and 20. Youth's a stuff, 'twill not endure. Youth's a stuff, 'twill not endure. Dun, dun.
A very contagious breath.
Aye, it is sweet and contagious.
To hear it by the nose, it is dulcet in contagion. But shall we not make the welkin dance, indeed? Shall we not rouse a night owl in a catch that will draw 3 souls from one weaver? Shall we not do that?
You love me? Let's do it. I'm a dog and a cat.
Oh, by your lady, sir! And some dogs will catch well.
Oh, most certainly. Come, begin. Let our catch be thou knave.
Hold thy peace, thou knave knight. I shall be constrained in it to call thee knave knight.
It's not the first I've constrained one to call me knave. Come, begin, sir. Hold thy peace.
Well, I shall never begin if I hold my peace.
Very good. Come, begin.
Cigarettes and whiskey and wild, wild women. They'll drive you crazy. They'll drive you insane. Cigarettes and whiskey and wild, wild.
Wally, do you keep here? If my lady hath not called up her steward Malvolio and bid him turn you out of doors, never trust me.
My lady is a contained. We are politicians. Malvolio is a pagoranzi. And 3 merry men be we. Am I not consanguineous? Am I not of her blood? Tilly Valley lady, there dwelt a man in Babylon, lady, lady.
Beshrew me, the knight's in admirable fooling.
Aye, does well, some of these be well disposed. And so do I, too. He does it with more grace, but I do it more natural.
Oh, the 12th day of December.
For the love of God, peace.
My bastards! Are you mad or what are you? Have you no wit, manners, nor honesty, but to gabble like tinkers at this time of night? Have you made an alehouse of my lady's house that ye squeak out your cosier's catches without any mitigation or remorse of voice? Is there no respect for place, persons, nor time in you?
We did keep time in our catches, sir. Snack up!
Sir Toby, I must be round with you. My lady bade me tell you that though she harbors you as her kinsman, she's nothing allied to your disorders. If you can separate yourself and your misdemeanors, you're welcome to the house. If not, then it would please you to take leave of her. She is very willing to bid you farewell.
Farewell, dear heart, for I must needs be gone.
His eyes do show his days are almost done.
For I will never die.
Sir Toby, there you lie.
This is much credit to you.
Shall I bid him go?
Oh, and if you do.
Shall I bid him go and spare not?
Oh, no, you dare not.
Out of tune, sir, ye lie. Art thou no more than a steward? Dost thou think, because thou art virtuous, that there shall be no more cakes or ale?
Yes, by Saint Anne, and ginger will be hot in the mouth, too.
Thou art the right. Go, sir. rub your chains with crumbs. A stoop of wine, Maria.
Mistress Mary, if you prized my lady's favor at anything more than contempt, you would not give means for this uncivil rule. She shall know of it by this hand.
Go shake your ears.
It was as good a thing as drink when a man's a-hungry, to challenge him in the field, and then break promise with him and make a fool of him.
Go, I'll write thee a challenge and deliver thy indignation by word of mouth.
Sir Toby, be patient for tonight. Since the youth of the Count was today with my lady, she is much out of quiet. For Monsieur Malvolio, let me alone with him. If I do not go him into a nayword and make of him a common recreation, do not think I have wit enough to lie straight in my bed. I know I can do it.
Possess us. Tell us something of him.
Marry, sir, sometimes he is a kind of Puritan.
Oh, and I thought that I beat him like a dog.
What? For being a Puritan? Thy most exquisite reason, Sir Knight.
I have no exquisite reason. But I have reason enough.
The devil a Puritan that he is, or anything else constantly but a time pleaser. An affectioned ass that can't state without book and utters it by great swarths. The best persuaded of himself. So crammed as he thinks with excellencies, that it is his grounds of faith that all that look upon him love him. And it is on that vice in him that my revenge will find cause to work.
What wilt thou do?
I will drop in his way some obscure epistle of love, wherein by the color of his beard, the manner of his gait, the shape of his leg, he will find himself most feelingly personated. I can write very much like my lady, your niece. On a forgotten matter, we can hardly make distinction of our hands.
Excellent. I smell a device.
Oh, I read my nose, too.
He will think, by the letters that thou will write, that they come from my niece. And then she's in love with him.
Whoa!
My purpose is indeed a horse of that color.
Oh, and your horse will now make him an ass.
Ass, I doubt not.
'Twill be admirable.
Sport royal, I warrant you. I will plant you two, and let the fool make a third, where he shall find the letter. Observe his construction of it. For this night, to bed, and dream on the event. Farewell.
Good night, Penthesilea.
For me, she is a good wench.
Aye, she is a beagle, true bred, and one that adores me. What of that?
I was adored once, too.
Let's to bed, knight. Thou hast need sent for more money.
If I cannot recover your niece, then I am a foul way out.
Send for more money, knight. If thou hast her not in the end, call me cut.
And if I do not, never trust me. Take it how you will.
Come, I'll go burn some sack. 'Tis too late to bed now. Come.
Give me some music. Good morrow, friends. Good Cesario, but that piece of song, that old and antique song we heard last night, methought it did relieve my passion much, more than light airs and recollected terms of these most brisk and giddy-paced times. Come, but one verse.
He is not here, so please your lordship, that should sing it.
Who was it?
Feste the jester, my lord. A fool the lady Olivia's father took much delight in. He is about the house.
Seek him out. and play the tune the while? Come hither, boy. If ever thou shalt love, in the sweet pangs of it remember me. For as I am, all true lovers are, unstayed and skittish in all motions else, save the constant image of the creature that is beloved. How dost thou like this tune?
Gives a very echo to the seat where love is throned.
My life upon it. Young though thou art, thine eye hath stayed upon some favor that it knows. Does it not, my boy?
A little by your favor.
What kind of woman is it?
Of your complexion.
She is not worth thee then. What ye is in faith?
About your years?
Too old, by heaven. Let still the woman take an elder than herself. So wears she to him, so sways she level in her husband's heart. For boy, however we do praise ourselves, our fancies are more giddy and unfirm, more longing, wavering, sooner lost and worn than women's are.
I think it well, my lord.
Then let thy love be younger than thyself, or thy affection cannot hold the bent. For women are as roses, whose fair flower being once displayed, doth fall that very hour.
And so they are. Alas, that they are so to die, even when they to perfection grow.
Oh, fellow, come! The song we had last night. Mark it, Cesario. It is old and plain. The spinsters and the knitters in the sun, and the free maids that do weave their thread with bones, do use to chant it. It is silly sooth, and dallies in the innocence of love. Like the old age.
Are you ready, sir?
Aye, prithee sing.
Come away, death, and in sad cypress let me be laid. Fly away, breath. I am slain by a fair cruel maid. My shroud of white stuck all with you. Oh, prepare it, my part of death, no one so true did share it. Not a flower sweet on my black coffin let there be strewn. Not a friend greet my poor corpse where my bones will be thrown. 1,000 sighs to say, blame me. Oh, where, sad true lover, never find my grave to weep there.
for thy pains.
No pain, sir. I take pleasure in singing, sir.
I pay thy pleasure, then.
Yes, sir, and pleasure will be paid, one time or another.
Give me now leave to leave thee.
And now the melancholy God protect thee. And the tailor make thy doublet of changeable taffeta, for thy mind is a very opal. I would have men of such constancy put to sea, that their business might be everything, and their intent everywhere. For that it is that always makes a good voyage of nothing. Farewell.
Let all the rest give place. Once more, Cesario. Get thee yonder same sovereign cruelty. Tell her my love, more noble than the world. Prize is, not quantity of dirty lands. The pot that fortune hath bestowed upon her, tell her I hold as giddily as fortune. But 'tis that miracle and queen of gems that nature pranks her in attracts my soul.
But if she cannot love you, sir?
I cannot be so answered.
Sooth, but you must. Say that some lady is, perhaps there is, hath for your love as great a pang of heart as you have for Olivia. You cannot love her, you tell her so. Must she not then be answered?
There is no woman's sides can bide the beating of so strong a passion as love doth give my heart. No woman's heart, so big to hold so much. They lack retention. Alas, their love may be called appetites. No motion of the liver, but of the palate. They suffer surfeit, cloyment, and revolt. But mine is all as hungry as the sea, and can digest as much. Make no compare between the love a woman can bear me and that I, oh Olivia.
Aye, but I know.
What dost thou know?
Too well what love women to men may owe. Faith, they are as true of heart as we. My father had a daughter, loved a man, as it might be, perhaps, were I a woman, I should your lordship.
And what's her history?
A blank, my lord. She never told her love, but let concealment like a worm in the bud feed on her damask cheek. She pined in thought, with a green and yellow melancholy she sat like patience on a monument, smiling at grief. Is not this love indeed? We men may say more, may swear more, but indeed our shows are more than will. Still we prove much in our vows, but little in our love.
But died thy sister of her love, my boy?
I am all the daughters of my father's house, and all the brothers too, and yet I know not. Sir, shall I to this lady?
Aye, that's the theme. To her in haste. Give her this jewel, say my love can give no place. Bide no delay.
Come thy way, Signor Fabian.
Nay, I'll come. If I miss a scruple of this sport, let me be boiled to death with melancholy.
Would thou not see the cheap, rascally sheep-biter come by some notable shame?
I would exult, man. You know he brought me out of favor with my lady about a bear baiting here.
To anger him, we'll have the bear again, and fool him black and blue, shall we not, Sir Andrew?
Oh, and we do not. It is the pity of our lives.
Look where she comes. How now, my metal of India?
Get thee all three into the box tree. Malvolio is coming down this walk. He hath been yonder in the sun, practicing behavior to his own shadow in Sunflower. Observe him for the love of mockery, for I know this letter will make a contemplative idiot of him. Close in the name of jesting, lie thou there. For here comes the trout that must be caught with tickling.
Tis but fortune. All is fortune. Maria once told me she did affect me, and I've heard herself come thus near, that should she fancy it should be one of my complexion. Besides, She uses me with a more exalted respect than anyone else that follows her. What should I think on it?
Here's an o'er-weening rogue.
Oh, peace. Contemplation makes a rare turkey cock of him.
That's
How he
right.
jets under his advanced.
I could so beat the rogue.
Oh. Peace.
To be Count Malvolio.
Oh, rogue.
What? Pistol him, pistol him.
Peace, I say.
There is example for it. The lady of the Strachey married the yeoman of the wardrobe.
Fire on him, Jezebel.
Peace. Now he's deeply in. Look how imagination blows him.
Having been 3 months married to her, sitting in my state,
Oh, for a stone bow to hit him in the eye.
calling my officers about me in my branched velvet gown, having come from a daybed where I left Olivia, sleeping,
Fire and brimstone.
Peace, peace.
and then to have the humor of state, in after a demure travel of regard, to tell them I know my place, as I would they should do theirs, to ask for my kinsman, Toby.
Bolts and shackles.
Peace, peace, peace. Now.
7 of my people with an obedient starts it out for him. And I, perchance, wind my watch, or play with some rich jewel. Sir Toby approaches, curtsies there to me.
Shall this fellow live?
Or silence be drawn from us with cars yet. Peace.
I extend my hand to him, thus, quenching my familiar smile with an austere regard of control,
Does not Toby take you a blow to the lips then?
saying, Cousin Toby, my fortunes having cast me on your niece give me this prerogative of speech.
What? What?
You must amend your drunkenness.
Out, scab!
No patience, or we break the sinews of our plot.
Besides, you waste the treasure of your time with a foolish knight.
That's me, I warned you.
One Sir Andrew.
I knew it was me. Permitted you call me.
What employment have we here?
But now is the woodcock near the gin.
And peace and the spirit of humor intimate him reading aloud.
By my life, this is my lady's hand. These be her very C's, her U's, and her T's, and thus makes she her great P's. It is in contempt of question, her hand.
Her C's are using her T's. Why that?
To the unknown beloved this, and my good wishes, her very phrases. By your leave, Wax, soft, in the impressure, her Lucretia with which she uses to seal, is my lady's. To whom should this be?
This wins him liver and all.
Jove knows I love, but who? Lips do not move. No man must know. No man must know. What follows, the numbers altered, no man must know. If this should be thee, Malvolio,
Mary hang thee, Brock.
I may command what I adore, but silence like a Lucretian knight, with blood that stroke my heart doth gore. M-O-A-I doth sway my life.
Fustian riddle.
Excellent winch, I say.
M-O-A-I. Nay, but first, let me see. Let me see. Let me see.
What dress of poison has she dished him?
And with what willingness Daniil checks at it.
I may command what I adore. What? She may command me, I serve her. She is my lady. Why, this is evident to any formal capacity. There is no obstacle in this. And the end. What should that alphabetical portend? If I could make that resemble something in me. Softly. M-O-A-I.
Oh, aye, he is in a cold scent.
Oh, Soder will cry upon for all this, though it be as rank as a pox.
Malvolio. Why, that begins my name.
Did not I say he would work it out? Vicar is excellent at faults.
But then there's no consonancy in the sequel. That suffers under probation. A should follow what O does.
And O shall end, I hope.
Oh, I'll cudgel him and make him cry, oh.
And then I comes behind.
Aye, if you had any eye behind you, you would see more detraction at your heels than fortunes before you.
M-O-A-I. This simulation is not as the former, and yet, to crush this a little, it would yield to me. All of these letters are in my name. Soft, here follows prose. If this fall into thy hand, revolve. In my stars I am above thee, but be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, some have greatness thrust upon them. Thy fates open their hands, that thy blood and spirit embrace them. And to inure thyself to what thou art like to be, cast thy humble slough and appear fresh. Be opposite with a kinsman, surly with servants, that thy tongue tang with arguments of state. Put thyself into the trick of singularity. She thus advises thee that sighs for thee. Remember who did commend thy yellow stockings, and wish to see thee ever cross-gartered. I say, remember. Go to. Thou art made if thou desirest to be so. If not, let me see thee a steward still, the fellow of servants, not worthy to touch fortune's fingers. Farewell. She that would alter services with thee, the fortunate unhappy. Why, daylight and champagne discovers not more. This is open. I will be proud. I will read politic authors. I will baffle Sir Toby. I will wash off gross acquaintance. I will be point devised, the very man. I do not now fool myself to let imagination jade me, for every reason excites to this, that my lady loves me. She did commend my yellow stockings of late. She did praise my leg being cross-gartered, and in this she manifests herself to my love, and with the kind of injunction drives me to these habits of her liking. I thank my stars, I am happy. I will be strange, stout, in yellow stockings, cross-gartered even with the swiftness of putting on. Jove and my stars be thanked. Ah, here is yet a postscript. Thou canst not choose, but know who I am. If thou entertainest my love, let it appear in thy smiling. Thy smiles become thee well. Therefore, in my presence, still smile, dear my sweet, I prithee. Jove be thanked. I will smile. I will do everything thou wilt have me.
Will not give my part of the sport for a pension of thousands to be paid from the sofa.
I could marry the wench for this device.
Oh, so could I also.
And ask no other dowry with her but such another jest.
Nor I neither.
Here comes my noble gullcat.
Wilt thou set thy foot on my neck?
Oh, thee, or mine either.
Wilt thou play my loved traitor and take me for thy bond slave?
Or mine either.
Why, thou hast set such a dream upon him that when the image of it leaves him, he must run mad.
Nay, but say true. Does it work on him?
Like aqua vitae on a midwife.
If you will then see fruit of the sport, Mark his first approach before my lady. He will come to her in yellow stockings. A color she abhors. And cross-gartered. A fashion she detests.
Oh!
And he will smile upon her, which will now be so unsuitable to her disposition. Being addicted to melancholy as she is, that it cannot but turn him into a notable contempt. If you will see it, follow me.
To the very gates of Tartar, my most excellent devil of wit.
I make one too.
Friend, and thy music. Not thou live by thy tabor.
No, sir. I live by the church.
Art thou a churchman?
No such matter, sir. I do live by the church. For I do live at my house, and my house doth stand by the church.
So thou mayest say the king dwells by a beggar if a beggar lies near him, or the church stand by thy tabor if thy tabor stand by the church.
Oh, you have said, sir. Why, to see this age, a sentence is but a cheverel glove to a good wit. How quickly the wrong side may be turned outward.
Nay, and that's certain. And they that dally nicely with words may quickly make them wanted.
Would then my sister had had no name, sir.
Why, man?
Why, sir, her name's a word, and to dally with that word might make my sister wanton. But then, words are very rascals since bonds disgrace them.
Thy reason, man?
Troth, sir, I can yield you none without words. And words are grown so false that I am loath to prove reason with them.
like thou art a merry fellow and carest for nothing.
Not so, sir. I do care for something. But by my conscience, sir, I do not care for you. If that be to care for nothing, I would it would make you invisible.
Art not thou the Lady Olivia's fool?
No, indeed, sir. The Lady Olivia has no folly. She will keep no fool, sir, till she be married. And fools are as like husbands as pilchards are to herrings.
Huh?
The husband's the bigger. I am indeed not her fool, sir, but her corrupter of words.
I saw thee late to the Count Orsino's.
Foolery! Doth walk about the orb like the sun. It shines everywhere. I should be sorry, sir, but the fool should be as oft with your master as with my mistress. I think I saw your wisdom there.
Nay, and thou pass upon me, I'll no more with thee. Hold! There's expenses for thee.
Now, Jove, in his next commodity of hair, send thee a beard.
By my troth, I am almost sick for one, though I would not have it grow on my chin. Is thy lady within?
Would not a pair of these have bred, sir?
Yes, being kept together and put to use.
But I would play Lord Pandarus of Phrygia, sir, to bring a Cressida to this Troilus.
I understand you. 'Tis well begged.
The matter, I hope, is not great, sir, begging but a beggar. Cressida was a beggar. My lady is within, sir. I will construe to them whence you come. Who you are and what you would are out of my welkin. I might say element, but the word is overworn.
This fellow is wise enough to play the fool, and to do that well craves a kind of wit. He must observe their mood on whom he jests, the quality of the persons and the time. Like the haggard, check at every feather that comes before his eye. This is a practice as full of labor as a wise man's art. For folly that he wisely shows is fit. But wise men, folly fallen, quite taint their wit.
God save you, gentlemen.
And you, sir.
You, Bougard, monsieur.
Et vous aussi, votre serviteur.
Oh, I hope you are, and I am yours.
Will you encounter the house, sir? My niece's desires you should enter, if your trade be to her.
I am bound to your niece, sir. I mean, she is the list of my voyage.
Taste your legs, sir. Put them to motion.
My legs do better understand me than I understand what you mean by bidding me taste my legs.
I mean to go, sir, to enter.
I will answer you with gate and entrance. But we are prevented. Most excellent, accomplished lady, the heavens rain odors on you.
That is a rare court, your rain odors well.
And my matter hath no voice to thine own most pregnant and vouchsafed ear.
Ooh, odors, pregnant and safe. I'll get them all three already.
Let the garden door be shut and leave me to my hearing. Give me your hand, sir.
My duty and most humble service, madam.
What is your name?
Cesario is your servant's name, fair princess.
My servant, sir. 'Twas never merry world since lowly feigning was called compliment. Your servant to the Count Orsino, you.
And he is yours, and his must needs be yours. Your servant's servant is your servant, madam.
For him, I think not on him. For his thoughts, would they were blanks rather than filled with me.
Madam, I come to whet your gentle thoughts on his behalf.
By your leave, I pray you, I beg you never speak again of him.
But would you undertake another scheme? I would rather hear you to solicit that than music from the spheres.
Dear lady,
Give me leave, beseech you. I did send after the last enchantment you did here a ring in chase of you. So did I abuse myself, my servant, and I fear me you. Under your hard construction must I sit to force that on you in a shameful cunning which you knew none of yours. What might you think? Have you not set mine honor at the stake and baited it with all the unmuzzled thoughts the tyrannous heart can think? To one of your receiving enough is shown. A cypress, not a bosom, hideth my heart. So let me hear you speak.
I pity you.
That's a degree to love.
No, not agrees, for 'tis vulgar proof that very oft we pity enemies.
Why, then methinks 'tis time to smile again. Oh, world, how apt the poor are to be proud. If one is to be a prey, how much the better to fall before the lion than the wolf. The clock upbraids me with the waste of time. Be not afraid, good youth. I will not have you. Yet. Wit and youth come to harvest. Your wife is like to reap a proper man. There lies your way to west.
Then westward ho, grace and good disposition to your ladyship. You'll nothing, my lady, to my lord, by me?
Say, my prithee, tell me what thou thinkst of me.
That you do think you are not what you are.
If I think so, I think the same of you.
Then think you right, I am not what I am.
I would you were as I would have you be.
Would it be better, madam, than I am? I wish it might, for now I am your fool.
Ooh, what a deal of scorn looks beautiful in the contempt and anger of his lip. Murderous guilt shows not itself more soon than love that would seem hid. Love's night is noon. Cesario, by the roses of the spring, by maidenhood, honor, truth, and everything, I love thee so that maugre all thy pride, nor wit, nor reason can my passion hide. Do not extort your reasons from this clause, for that I woo, thou therefore hast no cause, but reason thus with reason fettered. Love sought is good, but given unsought is better.
By innocence, I swear, and by my youth, I have one heart, one bosom, and one truth, and that no lady ever has, nor never none shall be mistress of it, save I alone. And so, good madam, adieu, nevermore will I to you my master's tears deplore.
Yet, come again. Will thou perhaps mayest move that heart which now abhors to like his love?
Oh, Faith, I'll not stay a jot longer.
Thy reason, dear Venom. Give thy reason.
You must needs yield your reason, Sir Andrew.
Oh, Mary, I saw your niece do more favors on the Count's serving man than ever she bestowed upon me. I saw it in the orchard.
Did she see thee the while, old boy? Tell me that.
Plain as I see you now.
This was a great argument of love in her toward you.
Slight. Do you mean to make an ass of me?
I will prove it legitimate, sir, upon the oaths of judgment and reason.
And they have been grand jurymen since Noah was a sailor.
She did show favor to the youth in your sight only to exasperate you, to awake your dormouse valor, to put fire in your heart and brimstone in your liver. You should then have accosted her, and with some excellent jests firing you from the mint, you should have banged the youth into dumbness. This was looked for at your hand, and this was balked. The double guilt of this opportunity you let time wash off. And you are now sailed to the north, in my lady's opinion, where you will hang like an icicle on a Dutchman's beard, unless you do redeem it by some laudable attempt either of valor or policy.
Be any it be by valor for policy, I hate. I just leave me a brownest as a politician.
Why then, base me thy fortunes upon the basis of valor. Challenge me the Count's youth to fight with him. Hurt him in 11 places or so. My niece shall take note of it, and assure thyself There is no love broker in the world can more prevail in man's commendation with woman than report of valor.
There is no way but this, Sir Andrew.
Will either of you bear me a challenge to him?
Go, write it in a martial hand. Be cursed and brief. 'Tis no matter how witty, so it be eloquent and fond of invention. Taunt him with the license of ink. If thou thous him thrice, it shall not be amiss. And as many lies as lie in thy sheet of paper, though it be big enough for the bed of ware in England. 'Tis no matter. Go, about it. Let there be gall enough in thy ink, though thy write with a goose pen. 'Tis no matter. About it.
Where will I find you?
We'll call thee at the cubiculo.
This is a dear mannequin to you, Sir Tony.
I have been dear to him, lad, some 2,000 strong or so.
We shall have a rare letter from him, and you'll not deliver.
Well, never trust me then. And by all means, stir on the youth to an answer. I think oxen and wain ropes cannot hail them together. And as for Andrew, if you were to open his liver and find so much blood in it as would clog the foot of a flea, I'll eat the rest of the anatomy.
His opposite, the youth, bears in his visage no great presage of cruelty.
Ah, look where the youngest Rin of 9 comes.
If you desire the spleen and will laugh yourself into stitches, follow me. Yon Gaul Malvolio has turned heathen. For there is no Christian that means to be believed by saving rightly could ever believe such impossible passages of grossness. He's in yellow stockings.
and cross-gartered.
Most villainously. Like a pedant that keeps a school in the church. I have dogged him like his murderer. He does obey every point of the letter I drop to betray him. He does smile his face into more lines than is in the new map with the augmentation of the Indies. You have not seen such thing as 'tis. I can hardly forbear hurling things at him. I know my lady will strike him. If she do, he'll smile. And take it for great favor.
Come, bring us where he is.
I would not by my will have troubled you, but since you make your pleasure of your pains, I will no further chide you.
I could not stay behind you. My desire more sharp than filed steel did spur me forth. And not all love to see you, though so much as might have drawn one to a longer voyage, but jealousy, what might befall your travel, being skillless in these parts, which to a stranger, unguided and unfriended, often proved rough and inhospitable. My willing love, the rather by these arguments of fear, set forth in your pursuit.
My kind Antonio, I can no other answer make but thanks. Thanks, ever thanks. And oft good turns are shoveled off with such uncurrent pay. But were my worth, as is my conscience firm, you should find better dealing. What's to do? Shall we go see the relics of this town?
Tomorrow, sir. Best first go see your lodging.
I am not weary, and 'tis long tonight. I pray you, let us satisfy our eyes with the memorials and the things of fame that do renown this city.
Would you pardon me? I do not without danger walk these streets. Once in a sea fight, 'gainst the Count his galleys I did some service, of such note indeed, that were I taken here would scarce be answered.
Be like you slew great number of his people?
The offense is not of such a bloody nature, albeit the quality of the time and quarrel might well have given us bloody argument. It might since have been answered in repaying what we took from them, which for traffic's sake most of our city did. Only myself stood out, for which if I be lapsed in this place, I shall pay dear.
Do not then walk too open.
It doth not fit me. Hold, sir. Here's my purse. In the south suburbs of the Elephant, it's best to lodge. I will bespeak our diet, while you beguile the time and feed your knowledge with viewing of the town. There shall you have me.
Why I, your purse?
Haply your eye shall light upon some toy you have desire to purchase. Your store, I think, is not bridal market, sir.
I'll be your purse bearer and leave you for an hour.
To the Elephant.
I do remember.
I have sent after him. He says he'll come. How shall I feast him? What bestow of him for youth is bought more often begged or borrowed. I speak too loud. Where is Malvolio? He is sad and civil, and suits well for a servant with my fortunes. Where is Malvolio?
He's coming, madam, but in very strange manner. He is sure possessed, madam.
Why? What's the matter? Does he rave?
No, madam, he does nothing but smile. Your ladyship were best to have some guard about you if he come, for sure the man's tainted in wits.
Go call him hither. I am as mad as he, if sad and merry madness equal be. How now, Malvolio?
Sweet lady, ho ho.
Smilest thou? I sent for thee upon a sad occasion.
Sad lady, I could be sad. This does make some obstruction in the blood, this cross-gartering, but what of that? If it please one, it is with me, as the very true sonnet is. Please one and please all.
Why, how dost thou, man? What is the matter with thee?
Not black in my mind, though yellow in my legs. It did come to his hands, and commands shall be executed. I think we do know the sweet Roman hand.
Will you go to bed, Malvolio?
To bed! Aye, sweetheart, and I'll come to thee.
So kiss thy hat so oft.
How do you, Malvolio?
At your command. Yes, Nightingale's answer does.
Why appear you with this ridiculous boldness before my lady?
Be not afraid of greatness, 'twas well writ.
What meanest thou by that, Malvolio?
Some are born great,
Huh?
some achieve greatness,
What sayest thou?
some of greatness thrust upon
Never
them.
restore
Remember, who come into thy yellow stockings,
my yellow stockings.
and wish to see thee cross-gartered.
Cross-gartered.
Go to, thou art made, if thou desirest to be so.
Am I made?
If not, let me see thee a servant still.
Why, this is very midsummer madness.
Madam, the young gentleman of the Count Orsino's has returned. I can hardly entreat him back. He attends your ladyship's pleasure.
I'll come to him. Good Maria, let this fellow be looked to. Where is my cousin Toby? Let some of my people have a special care of him. I would not have him miscarry for the half of my dowry.
Oh, do you come near me now? No worse man than Sir Toby to look to me. That concurs directly with the letter. She sends him on purpose that I may appear stubborn to him, for she incites me to that in the letter. Cast thy humble slough, says she, be opposite with a kinsman, surly with servants, let thy tongue tang with arguments of state, put thyself into the trick of singularity, and consequently sets down the manner how, as a sad face, a reverent carriage, a slow tongue, in the habit of some sort of note, and so forth. I have limed her, but it is Jove's doing, and Jove make me thankful. And when she went away now, let this fellow be looked to. Fellow, not Malvolio, nor after my degree, but fellow. Why, everything adheres together. There's no dram of a scruple, no scruple of a scruple, no incredulous or unsafe object, no obstacle, no circumstance. What can be said? Everything that is in favor of my seeing the full prospect of my hopes. Well, Jove, not I, is the doer of this, and he is to be thanked.
Where is he in the name of all sanctity? If all the devils of hell be drawn in little, and Legion himself possessed him, yet I'll speak to him.
Here he is. Here he is. How is it with you, sir? How is it with you, man?
Go off. I discard you. Let me enjoy my private. Go off.
Lo, how hollow the fiend speaks within him. Did not I tell you? Sir Toby, my lady prays you have care of him.
How now, does she so?
Peace, peace, go to. We must deal gently with him. Let me alone. How do you, Malvolio? How is with you, man? What, man? Defy the devil. Consider he's an enemy to mankind.
Do you know what you say?
La, and you speak ill of the devil? How he takes it at heart. Pray God he be not bewitched.
Carry his water to the wise woman.
Marry, and it shall be done tomorrow morning if I live. My lady will not lose him for more than I'll say.
How now, mistress?
Prithee, peace, I say. Do you not see you move him? We must deal gently with him.
No way to gentleness. Gently. Oh, gently. The fiend is rough, but will not be roughly used.
How now, my Barcock? How is it with you, Chuck?
Sir?
I, Biddy, come with us. What, man? 'Tis not for gravity to play at cherry pit with Satan. Hang him, Val Collier.
Get him to say his prayers, good Sir Toby.
My prayers, mates.
No, I warrant you, he will not hear of godliness.
Go hang yourselves all, your idle shadow things. I am not of your element. You shall know more hereafter.
It's possible.
If this were played upon a stage now, I could condemn it as an improbable fiction.
His very genius hath taken the infection of the device, man.
Nay, pursue him now, lest the device take air and taint.
Oh, why, we will make him mad indeed.
The house will be quieter.
We'll have him bound in a dark room. My niece is already in the belief that he is mad. We may play it thus for our pleasure and his penance. Till our very pastime, tired, out of breath, prompt us to have mercy upon him. At which time we'll bring the device to bar and crown thee a finder of madmen. But see, but see.
Oh, more matter for a May morning.
Here's the letter. Read it. Warrant there's vinegar and pepper in it.
Ooh, is it so saucy?
Why, yes, I warrant it, but do read.
Give to me. Youth, whatsoever thou art but a scurvy fellow.
Good and valiant.
Wonder not nor admire not in thy mind why I do call thee so, for I'll show thee no reason for it.
A good note that keeps you from the blow of the law.
Thou comest to the Lady Olivia, and in my sight she uses thee kindly, but thou liest in thy throat. That is not the matter I challenge thee for.
Oh, very brief, and to exceeding good sense. Less.
I will waylay thee going home, where, if it be thy chance to kill me...
Oh, good.
Thou killest me like a rogue and a villain.
Still, you keep on the windy side of the law. Good.
Fare thee well, and God have mercy upon one of our souls. He may have mercy upon mine, but my hope is the better. And so, look to thyself. Thy friend, as thou usest him, and thy sworn enemy, Andrew Aguchi. This move him not, his legs cannot. I'll give it him.
You may have very fit occasion for it. He is now in some commerce with my lady, and will by and by depart.
Go, scout me for him at the end of the orchard like a bum bailey. When thou seest him, draw. As thou drawest, swear horrible. For it oft comes to pass that a horrible oath, sharply twanged off with a swaggering accent, gives manhood more approbation than ever proof itself would have given him. Go, away!
Hey, let me alone for swearing.
Now will I not deliver this letter? For the behavior of the gentleman gives him out to be of good capacity and breeding. His employment between his lord and my niece confirms no less. Therefore, he will find this letter so excellently ignorant, it will breed no terror in the youth. He will think it comes from a clodpole. But, sir, I will deliver his challenge by word of mouth. Set upon ague cheek some notable report of valor. Drive the young gentleman, as I know his youth will aptly receive it, into some hideous opinion of his skill, fury, and impetuosity. They will so frighten one another by look that they'll kill each other like cockatrices.
Oh, here he comes with your niece. Give him way till he take leave, and presently after him.
Come, I'll meditate the while upon some horrid message for a challenge.
I have said too much unto a heart of stone, and lain mine honor too on chary aunt. There's something in me that reproves my fault, but such a headstrong, potent fault it is that it but mocks reproof.
With this same behavior that your passion bears goes on my master's grief.
Here, wear this jewel for me. 'Tis my picture, refuse it not. It hath no tongue to vex thee, and I beseech you, come again tomorrow. What shall you ask of me that I'll deny, that honor saved me upon asking give?
Nothing but this, your true love for my master.
How by mine honor can I give him that which I have given to you?
I will acquit you!
Come again tomorrow. Fare you well. A fiend like thee might bear my soul to hell.
God save you, gentlemen.
And you, sir?
What defense thou hast, betake thee to it. What wrongs thou hast done him, I know not. But thy interceptor, full of despite, bloody as the hunter, awaits thee at orchard end. Dismount thy tuck. Be yare in thy preparation, for thy assailant is quick, skillful, and deadly.
You are mistaken, sir. I am sure no man hath any quarrel to me. My remembrance is very free and clear of any image of offense done to any man.
I assure you, sir, you'll find it otherwise. Therefore, if you hold your life at any price, betake you to your guard. For your opposite hath in him what youth, rage, skill, and fury can furnish man withal.
I pray you, sir, what is he?
He is knight, dubbed on hatched rapier and on carpet consideration, but he is the very devil in private brawl. Souls and bodies hath he divorced 3, and his incensement at this moment is so implacable that satisfaction can be none but by pangs of death and sepulchre. Hobnob is his word. Give't or take it.
I will return again into the house and desire some conduct of the lady. I am no fighter. I have heard of some kind of men that purposely put quarrels on others to taste their valor. Belike this is a man of that quirk.
Sir? No. His anger derives itself from a very competent injury. Therefore, back to the house you shall not, unless you undertake that with me, which with as much safety you might answer him. Therefore on, and strip your sword stark naked, for metal you must, that is certain, or forswear to wear iron about you.
This is as uncivil as strange. I beseech you, is to do me the courteous offices to know of the knight what my offense to him is. It is something of my negligence, nothing of my purpose.
I will do so. Sir Fabian, wait you here with this gentleman till my return.
Pray, sir, know you of this matter?
I know the knight is incensed against you, even to a mortal arbitrament, but nothing of the circumstance more.
I beseech you, sir, of what manner of man is he?
Nothing of that wonderful promise to read him by his form, as you are like to find him in the proof of his valor. He is indeed, sir, the most skillful, bloody, and fatal opposite you could possibly have found in any part of Illyria. Will you walk toward him? I will make your peace with him, if I can.
I shall be much bound to you for it. I am one that had rather go with Sir Priest than Sir Knight. I care not who knows so much of my mettle.
Why, man, he is the very devil. I have not seen such a farrago. I had a pass with him, rapier, scabbard and all, and he gives me the stuck-in with such a mortal blow that it is inevitable. And on the answer, he pays you as surely as your feet hit the ground they walk on. They say he has been a fencer to the Sophie.
Box on it, I'll not meddle with him.
Aye, but he will now not be pacified. Fabian can scarce hold him yonder.
But plague on it. And I thought he was so valiant and so cunning in fence, I'd have seen him damn near. I'd have challenged him. Let him let the matter slip, and I'll give him my horse, great capitalist.
I'll make the motion. Stand you here a while, make a good show on it. This shall end without the perdition of souls. Mary, I'll ride your horse as well as I ride you. I have his horse to take up the challenge. I persuaded him to use the devil.
He is as horribly conceited of him, and pants, and looks pale as if a bear were at his heels.
Sir, there is no remedy. He will fight you for oath's sake. Mary, he hath better bethought him his quarrel, and now finds it scarce to be worth talking of. Therefore, draw in the supportance of his vow. He swears he will not hurt you.
Pray God defend me. A little thing would make me tell them how much I lack of a man.
Give ground if you see him furious.
There is no remedy, Sir Andrew. He will fight you for oath's sake. He cannot by the duello avoid it. But he has promised, as he is a soldier and a gentleman, that he will not harm you. Come, to it.
Pray God he keep his oath.
I do assure you 'tis against my will.
Put up your blade! If this young gentleman had done offense, I'd take the fault upon me. If you offend him, I for him defy you.
Why, sir, what are you?
One, sir, that for his love dares yet do more than you have heard him brag to, he will.
Why, you're an undertaker. I am for you.
Oh, good Sir Toby, hold. Here come the officers.
I'll be with you anon.
Pray, sir, put up your sword if you please.
Very well, and that I said, I'll be as good as my word. He'll bear you easily and rides well.
This is the man. Do thy office.
Antonio, I rest thee at the suit of Count Orsino.
You do mistake me, sir.
No, sir, no, Jot. I know your favor well. Though now you have no sea cap on your head. Take him away. He knows I know him well.
I must obey. This comes with seeking you, but there's no remedy. I shall answer it. What will you do now my necessity makes me ask you for my purse? It grieves me much more what I cannot do for you than what befalls myself. You stand amazed, but be of comfort.
Come, sir, away.
I must entreat of you some of that money.
What money, sir? For the kindness you have showed me here, in part being prompted by your present trouble, out of my lean and low ability, I'll lend you something. My having is not much. I'll make division of my present with you. Hold. There's half my coffer.
Will you deny me now? Can it be possible my deserts you can lack persuasion? Do not tempt my misery list and make me so unsound a man as to upbraid you with those kindnesses I have done for you.
I know of none, nor know I you by voice or any feature. I hate ingratitude in a man more than lying, vainness, babbling, drunkenness, or any taint of vice whose strong corruption inhabits our frail blood.
Oh, heavens themselves!
Come, sir, I pray you go.
Let me speak a little. This youth you see here, I snatched one half out of the jaws of death. Leave him with such sanctity of love, and to his image, which methought did promise most venerable worth, did I devotion.
And what's that to us? Time goes by. Away.
But, oh, how vile and idle proves this God. Thou hast, Sebastian, given good features shame. In nature there's no blemish but the mind. None can be called deformed but the unkind. Which is beauty, but the beauteous evil, rent thee trunks, or flourished by the devil.
Man grows mad. Away with him. Come, come, sir.
Lead me on.
He thinks his words do from such passion fly that he believes himself. So do not I. Prove true, imagination, prove true, that I, dear brother, now be ta'en for you. He names Sebastian. I, my brother, know yet living in my glass. Even such and so in favor was my brother, and still he went in this fashion. color, ornament for him I imitate. Oh, if it prove, tempests are kind, and salt waves fresh in love.
Most paltry and cowardly boy, and more a coward than a hare. His dishonesty proves in leaving his friend there and denying him. And as for his cowardice, ask Sir Fabian.
A coward, a most devout coward, religious in it.
I'll have to get it beating.
Do, but never draw thy sword. Cuff him soundly.
And I do not. Yeah!
Come, let's see the event.
I'll lay no money on it. 'Twill be nothing yet.
Will you make me believe I am not sent for you?
Go to. Thou art a foolish fellow. Let me be clear of thee.
Oh, well held out again. No, I do not know you. Nor am I not sent to you by my lady to bid you come speak with her. Nor your name is not Master Cesario. Nor this is not my nose, neither. Nothing that is so is so.
I prithee, vent thy folly somewhere else. Thou knowest not me.
Vent my folly? Oh, he's heard this word of some great man, and now applies it to a fool. Vent my folly. Oh, I'm afraid this lover of the world will prove a cockney. Sir, I pray, ungird thy strangeness and tell me what I shall vent to my lady. Shall I vent to her that thou art coming?
I prithee, foolish Greek, depart from me. There's money for thee. If you tarry longer, I shall give those speed.
Oh, by my troth, sir, thou hast an open hand. These wise men that give fools money give themselves a good report. After 14 years' purchase. Now, sir, have we met again? There's for you.
There's for thee. And there. And there. Are all the people mad?
Come, sir, hold, or I'll throw your dagger over the house.
This will I tell my lady straight. I would not be in some of your coats for tuppence.
Come, hold, sir.
Nay, let him go. I'll go another way to work with him. I'll have an action of battery against him. If there's any law in Illyria. If I struck him first, there's no matter for that. Ooh.
Come, young soldier, you are well fleshed. Hold.
Let go thy hand.
Come, hold, sir.
I would be free of thee. What wouldst thou now? If thou darest tempt me further, draw thy sword.
What? Nay, I'll have some of this Malaport blood from you, then.
Thee! All thy life I charge thee, fool!
Madam!
Ungracious wretch! Fit for the mountains and the barbarous caves where manners ne'er were preached! Out of my sight!
Be not offended, dear Cesario.
Ruth, thee be gone!
I pray thee, gentle friend, let thy fair wisdom, not thy passion, sway in this uncivil and unjust extent against thy peace.
With me to my house, and hear thou there how many fruitless pranks this ruffian hath botched up, that thou thereby mayst smile at this. Come, you cannot choose but go, do not deny. Shrew his soul for me. He hath started one poor heart of mine in thee.
What relish is in this? How runs the stream? Or am I mad? Or else this is a dream. Let fancy still my sense inlay thee steep. It bid me thus to dream. Still let me sleep.
Come, I prithee. Would thou be ruled by me?
Madam, I will.
Oh, say so, and so be.
May I prithee put on this gown, make him believe thou art Sir Topaz the curate. Do it quickly, I'll call Sir Toby the whilst.
Well, I'll put it on, and I'll dissemble myself in it. And I would I were the first that ever dissembled in such a gown. I don't know, I'm not tall enough to become the function well, nor lean enough to be thought a good student. Oh, the competitors enter.
Jove bless thee, Master Parson.
Buenos dias, Sir Toby! For as the old hermit of Prague, that never saw pen and ink, very wittily said to a niece of King Gorbiduck, that is. So I, being Master Parson, am Master Parson. For what is that but that? And is but is.
To him, Sir Topaz.
What ho I say? Peace in this prison!
A good name. The name counterfeits well.
Who goes there?
Sir Topaz, the curate, who comes to visit Malvolio, the lunatic.
Sir Topaz, good Sir Topaz, go to my lady.
Out, hyperbolical fiend! How vexest thou this man? Talkest thou nothing but of ladies?
Well said, Master Parson.
Sir Topaz, never was man thus wronged. Good Sir Topaz, I am not mad. They have laid me here in hideous darkness.
Oh, fie, thou dishonest Satan! Oh, I call upon thee in the most modest terms, for I am one of those gentle ones who will use the devil himself with courtesy. Sayest thou the house is dark?
As hell, Sir Topaz.
Why, it hath bay windows, as transparent as barricadoes, and clear stories to the south-north are as lustrous as ebony. Yet complainest thou of obstruction?
I am not mad, Sir Topaz. I say to you, this house is dark.
Madman, thou errest. I say there is no darkness but ignorance, in which thou art more puzzled than the Egyptians in their fall.
I say this house is as dark as ignorance, though ignorance were as dark as hell. And I say there was never a man thus abused. I'm as well in my wits as you. Make the trial of it in any constant question.
What is the opinion of Pythagoras concerning wild fowl?
That the soul of our grandam might haply inhabit a bird.
And what thinkest thou of his opinion?
I think nobly of the soul, in no way approve his opinion.
Fare thee well!
Ah.
Remain thou still in darkness!
No.
Thou shalt hold the opinion of Pythagoras, ere I will allow of thy wits, and fear to kill a woodcock, lest thou dispossess the soul of thy grandam. Fare thee well!
Most exquisite, Sir Topaz.
Nay, I am for all waters.
Thou mightst have done this without thy gown. He sees thee not.
Oh, to him in thine own voice. If he may be safely delivered, I would he were. For I am now so far in offense with my niece that I cannot continue this sport to the upshot. Come by and by to my chamber.
Hey, Robin, jolly Robin, tell me how thy lady does.
Oh.
My lady is unkind, purdy, alas, why is she so? She loves another.
Fool, I say.
Who calls, huh?
Good fool, as ever thou wilt deserve well at my hands. Help me to a candle, and pen, ink, and paper. As I'm a gentleman, I will live to be thankful to thee for it.
Master Malvolio?
Aye, good fool.
Oh, alas, sir, how fell you beside your 5 wits?
Fool, there was never a man so notoriously abused. I'm as well in my wits, fool, as thou art.
Oh, but as well, then you are mad indeed, if you be no better in your wits than a fool.
They have here propertied me, keep me in darkness, send ministers to me asses, and do all they can to face me out of my wits.
Sir, advise you what you say. The minister is here. Malvolio, thy wits the heavens restore. Endeavor thyself to sleep, and leave thy vain bibble babble.
Sir Topaz.
Maintain no words with him, good fellow. Who, I, sir? Oh, not I, sir. Oh, yes. Oh, God bless you, good Sir Topaz. Mary, amen. What? Oh, I will, sir. I will.
Fool! Fool! Fool, I say!
Oh, shh. Alas, sir, be patient. What say you, sir? I'm sent for speaking to you.
Good fool, help me to some light and some paper. I tell thee, I'm as well in my wits as any man in Olivia.
Oh, well a day that you were, sir.
By this hand I am. Help me to pen, ink, and paper, and take what I put down to my lady. It will advantage thee more than ever the bearing of letter did.
I will help you to it. But tell me, are you not mad indeed, or do you but counterfeit?
Believe me, I am not. I tell thee true.
Nay, I'll never believe a madman until I see his brains. I will help you to light and paper and ink.
Fool, I requite it in the highest degree. I prithee, be gone.
I am gone, sir, and anon, sir, I will be with you again. In a trice like to the old vice your need to sustain. With the dagger of Mahat, with his rage and his wrath, try not hard to the
This is the air. That is the glorious sun. It's pearl she gave me. I do feel it and see it, and though 'tis wonder that enwraps me thus, yet 'tis not madness. Where's Antonio then? I could not find him at the Elephant. Yet there he was, and there I found this credit, that he did range the town to seek me out. His counsel now might do me golden service. For though my soul disputes well with my sense that this must be some error, but no madness, yet doth this accident and flood of fortune so far exceed all instance, all discourse, that I am ready to distrust mine eyes and wrangle with my reason that persuades me to any other trust but that I am mad. Or else the lady's mad. Yet if 'twere so, she could not sway her house, command her followers, take and give back affairs in their dispatch, with such a smooth, discreet, and stable bearing as I perceive she does. There's something in it that is deceivable, but here the lady comes.
Blame not this haste of mine. If you mean well, now go with me and with this holy man into the chantry by. There, before him and underneath that consecrated roof, plight me the full assurance of thy faith that my most jealous and too doubtful soul may live at peace. He shall conceal it, whilst you are willing it shall come to note at what time we our celebrations keep according to my birth. What do you say?
I'll follow this good man and go with you, and having sworn truth ever will be true.
Then lead on, Holy Father, and heaven so shine that they may fairly note this act of mine.
Now, as thou promised me, let me see this letter.
Oh, good Master Fabian, grant me another request.
Anything.
Do not desire to see this letter.
This is to give a dog, and in recompense desire my dog again.
Yeah.
Belong you to the Lady Olivia, friend?
Aye, sir. We are some of her trappings.
Aye, I know thee well. How dost thou, my good fellow?
Why, sir, the better for my foes, and the worse for my friends.
Just the contrary, the better for thy friends.
No, sir, the worse.
How can this be?
Why, sir, they praise me and make an ass of me. Now, my foes tell me plainly that I am an ass, so that by my foes I profit in the knowledge of myself, and by my friends I am abused, so that conclusions to be as kisses. If your 4 negatives make your 2 affirmatives, why then, the worse for my friends and the better for my foes.
This is excellent.
Oh, by my troth, sir, no. Though it please you to be one of my friends.
Thou shalt not be the worse for me. There's gold.
But that it would be double dealing, sir. I would you could make it another.
Oh, you give me ill counsel.
Oh, put your grace in your pocket, sir, for this once, and let your flesh and blood obey it.
I would be so much a sinner to be a double dealer. There's another.
Primo, secundo, tertio is a good play. Or the old saying goes, the third pays for all. Or the triplex, sir, is a good tripping measure. Or the bells of St. Bennet, sir, may put you in mind. 1, 2, 3.
You can fool no more money out of me at this throw. If you will, let your lady know I am here to speak with her, and bring her along with you. It may awake my bounty further.
Oh, marry, sir, lullaby to your bounty till I come again. I go, sir, but I would not have you think that my desire of having is the sin of covetousness. Oh, but as you say, sir, let your bounty take a nap. I will awake it anon.
Here comes the man, sir, that to rescue me.
That face of his I do remember well. Yet when I saw it last, it was besmeared, as black as Vulcan in the smoke of war. A bobbling vessel was he captain of, for shallow draught and bulk unprizable. With such scapeful grapple did he make the most noble bottom of our fleets. That very envy and tongue of loss cried fame and honor on him. What's the matter?
Orsino. This is that Antonio that took the Phoenix and her fraught from Candy. And this is he that did the tiger board when your young nephew Titus lost his leg. Here in the streets, desperate of shame and state, in private gravel did we apprehend him.
He did me kindness, sir. Drew on my side, but in conclusion put strange speech upon me. I know not 'twas but distraction.
Notable pirates? Thou saltwater thief, what foolish boldness brought thee to their mercies? Whom thou, in terms so bloody and so dear, hast made thine enemies.
Noble Orsino, be pleased I shake off these names you give me. Antonio never yet was thief or pirate, though I confess, on base and ground enough, Orsino's enemy. A witchcraft drew me hither. That most ingrateful boy there by your side, from the rude seas enraged and foamy mouth did I redeem. A wreck past hope he was. His life I gave him, and did thereto add my love without retention or restraint, all his in dedication. For his sake did I expose myself, pure for his love, into the danger of this adverse town. Drew to defend him when he was beset, where, being apprehended, not wishing to partake with me in danger, his false cunning taught him to face me out of his acquaintance, and grew a 20 years removed thing while one would blink. Did I be mine own purse, which I had recommended to his use not half an hour before?
How can this be?
When came he to this town?
Today, my lord, and for 3 months since. No interim, not a minute's vacancy. Both day and night did we keep company.
Here comes the Countess. Now heaven walks on earth. But for thee, fellow, thy words are madness. 3 months his youth hath tended upon me. More of that anon. Take him aside.
What would my lord, but that he may not have, wherein Olivia may seem serviceable? Cesario, you do not keep promise with me.
Madam.
Gracious Olivia.
What say you, Cesario? Good my lord.
My lord would speak, my duty hushes me.
If it be aught to the old tune, lord, it is as fat and fulsome to mine ear as howling after music.
Still so cruel?
Still so constant, lord.
What to perverseness? You uncivil lady, to whose ingrate and unauspicious altars my soul, the faithless offerings, hath breathed out that air devotion tendered. What shall I do?
Be in what it please my lord that shall become him.
Why should I not? Had I the heart to do it, like Egyptian thief at point of death, kill what I love? The savage jealousy that sometimes savors nobly. But hear me this, since you to non-regardance cast my faith, that I partly know the instrument that screws me from my true place in your favor. Live you the marble-breasted tyrant still, but this, your minion, whom I know you love, and whom by heaven I swear I tender dearly, him will I tear out of that cruel eye where he sits crowned in his master's spite. Come, boy, with me. My thoughts are ripe in mischief. I'll sacrifice the lamb that I do love, despite a raven's heart than a dove.
And I most jocund act and willingly to do thee rest 1,000 deaths will die.
Where goes Cesario?
After him I love, more than these eyes, more than my life, more by all mores than e'er I shall love wife. If I do feign you witnesses above, punish my life for tainting of my love.
I me detested. How am I beguiled?
Who does beguile you? Who does do you wrong?
Hast thou forgot thyself? Is it so long? Call forth the Holy Father.
Come, away!
Whither, my lord? Cesario, husband, stay!
Husband?
Aye, husband.
Her
Any
husband?
that deny.
Her husband, Sirrah.
No, my lord, not I.
Alas, it is the baseness of thy fear that makes me strangle thy propriety. Fear not, Cesario. Take thy fortunes up. Be that thou knowest thou art, and then thou art as great as that thou thinkest. Oh, welcome, Father. Father, I charge thee by thy reverence here to unfold, though lately we intended to keep in darkness that which occasion now reveals before 'tis right. What thou dost know hath newly passed between this youth and me.
A contract of eternal bond of love, confirmed by mutual joinder of your hands, attested by the holy close of lips, strengthened by interchangement of your rings, and all the ceremony of this compact sealed in my function by my testimony. Since when my watch hath told me towards my grave I have traveled but 2 hours.
Thou dissembling cub! What wilt thou be when time hath sowed a grizzle on thy case? Or will not else thy craft so quickly grow, that thine own trick shall be thine overthrow? Farewell. Take her, but direct thy feet where thou and I henceforth may never meet.
My lord, I do protest!
Oh, do not swear. Hold a little faith, though thou hast too much fear.
Oh, God, a surgeon! Send one presently to Sir Toby.
What's the matter?
Oh, he's got my head and has given Sir Toby a bloody coxcomb, too. Oh, for the love of God, your help. I'd rather the 40 pound I were at home.
Who has done this, Sir Andrew?
The Count's gentleman was Cesario. We thought he was a coward, but it's the very devil incarnate.
My gentleman, Cesario!
Odds likely, there he is. You heard me, sir.
Why do you talk to me? I never harmed you. You drew your sword upon me without cause, but I bespoke you fair and harmed you not.
You a bloody coxcomb be, I heard you hurt me. I think you said nothing by a bloody coxcomb. Here comes Sir Toby halting. You shall hear more. If he had not been in drink, he'd have tickled you on the gates than he did.
How now, gentlemen, how is it with you?
There's all one has hurt me, and there's end on it. Sot! Did see Dick Surgeon, Sot.
Oh, he's drunk, Sir Toby. An hour agone. His eyes were set at 8 in the morning.
He's a rogue and a passy measures panning. I hate a drunken rogue.
Away with him. What made this havoc with them?
I'll help you, Sir Toby. We'll be bound together.
Will you help me? An asshead and a knave, thin-faced knave and a gall.
Get him to bed and let his hurt be looked to.
I am sorry, madam, I have hurt your kinsman, but had it been the brother of my blood, I must have done no less with wit and safety. You throw a strange regard upon me, and by that I do perceive it hath offended you. Pardon me, sweet one. Even for the vows we made each other not so late ago.
One face, one voice, one habit, and two persons. A most natural perspective that is and is not.
Antonio! Oh, my dear Antonio! How the hours have racked and tortured me since I have lost thee!
Sebastian, are you?
Fearest thou that, Antonio?
How have you made division of yourself? An apple plucked in two is not more twin than these two creatures. Which is Sebastian?
Most wonderful!
Do I stand there? I never had a brother, nor can there be that deity in my nature here and everywhere. I had a sister whom the blind waves and surges have devoured. Of charity, what kin are you to me? What countryman? What name? What parentage?
Of Messalene. Sebastian was my father. Such a Sebastian was my brother too. So he went suited to his watery tomb. If spirits can assume both form and suit, you do come here to fright us.
A spirit I am indeed, but am in that dimension grossly clad, which from the womb I did participate. Were you a woman, as the rest goes even, I should my tears let fall upon your cheek, and say thrice welcome, drowned Viola.
My father had a mole upon his brow.
And so had mine.
And died that day when from her birth Viola did number 13 years.
Oh, that record is lively in my soul. He finished indeed his mortal act that day that made my sister 13 years.
If nothing lets to make us happy both, but this my masculine usurped attire, then do not embrace me until each circumstance of place, time, fortune do cohere and jump that I am Viola. Waits to confirm, I'll bring thee to a captain in this town by whose gentle help I was preserved to serve this noble count. All these circumstance of my fortune since have been between this lady and this lord.
So comes it, lady. You mistook me. But nature to her bias grew in that. You would have been contracted to a maid. Nor are you therein by my life deceived. You are betrothed, both to a maid and a man.
Be not amazed. Right noble is his blood. This be so as yet the glass seems true. I shall have share in this most happy wreck. Boy, thou hast said to me 1,000 times thou never shouldst love woman like to me.
And all those sayings will I overswear. And all those swearings keep as true in soul as doth that orbed continent the fire that severs day from night.
Give me thy hand, and let me see thee in thy woman's weeds.
The captain that did first bring me to shore hath my maid's garments. He now upon some action is endurance, at Malvolio's suit, a gentleman and follower of my lady's.
He shall enlarge him. Go, fetch him hither. And yet, alas, now I remember me, they say poor gentleman is much distract. Most extracting frenzy of mine own, I remember clearly banished his. How does he, Sarah?
Truly, madam, he holds Beelzebub at the stave's ends as well as any in his case may do. Has here writ a letter to you. I should have given it to you today morning, but as a madman's epistles are no gospels, so it skills not much when they are delivered.
Oh, and read it.
Look then to be well edified when the fool delivers the madman. No, madam, I do but read madness, and your ladyship will have it as it ought to be. You must allow vods!
Read thy right wits?
Why, madam, so I do, but to read his right wits is to read thus. Therefore, perpend my princess and give ear.
Read it, you, Sarah.
By the Lord, madam, you wrong me, and the world shall know it. Though you have put me into darkness and given your drunken cousin rule over me, yet have I the benefit of my senses as well as your ladyship. I have your own letter that induced me to the semblance I put on, with the which I doubt not, but to do myself much right, or you much shame. Think of me as you please. I leave my duty a little unthought of, and speak out of my injury. The madly used Malvolio.
Did he write this?
Aye, madam.
This savors not much of distraction.
See him delivered, Fabian. Bring him hither. My lord, so please you, these things further thought on, to think me as well a sister as a wife. One day shall crown the alliance on it, here at my house and at my proper cost.
Madam, I am most apt to embrace your offer. Your master quits you, and for your service done him so much against the metal of your sex, and so far beneath your soft and tender breeding, and since you called me master for so long, here is thy hand. You shall from this time be your master's mistress.
A sister? You are she?
Is this the madman?
Aye, lord, this very same. How now, Malvolio?
Madam, you have done me wrong, notorious wrong.
Have I, Malvolio? No.
Lady, you have. Pray you peruse that letter. You must not now deny it your hand. Write from it, if you can, in hand or phrase. Or say it is not your seal nor your invention. You can say none of this. Well, granted then. And tell me, in the modesty of honor, why you have given me such clear lights of favor, bade me come smiling in cross garters to you, to put on yellow stockings and to frown upon Sir Toby and the lighter people. And acting this in an obedient hope, why have you suffered me to be imprisoned, kept in a dark house, visited by the priest, and made the most notorious geck and gull that ever invention plied on? Tell me why.
Alas, Malvolio, this is not my writing, though I confess much like the character, but out of question 'tis Mariah's hand. And now I do bethink me it was she first told me thou wast mad, and camest in smiling, and in such forms as here were presupposed upon thee in the letter. Prithee, be content. This practice hath most shrewdly passed upon thee, but when we do know the grounds and authors of it, you shall be both the plaintiff and the judge of thine own cause.
Good madam, let me speak. And let no quarrel nor no brawl to come taint the condition of this present hour, which I have wondered at. In hope it shall not. Most freely, I confess, myself and Toby set this device against Malvolio, upon some stubborn and uncourteous parts we had conceived against him. Maria writ the letter at Sir Toby's great importance, in recompense whereof he hath married her. How this was followed may pluck rather on laughter than revenge, if that the injuries be justly weighed that have on both sides passed.
Alas, poor fool, how they have baffled thee.
Why, some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrown upon them. I was one in this interlude, one Sir Topaz, sir. But that's all one. By the Lord, fool, I am not mad. But do you remember, I marvel that your ladyship laughs at such a barren rascal. And you smile not, he's gagged. And thus, the whirling of time brings in its revenges.
I be revenged on the whole pack of you.
He hath been most notoriously abused.
Pursue him, and entreat him to a peace. He hath not told us of the captain yet. When that is known, and golden time convince, a solemn combination shall be made of our dear souls. Come, Cesario, for so you shall be known while you are a man. But when another have it seen, Orsino's mistress and his fancy's queen.
When that I was and a little tiny boy, with hey-ho, the wind and the rain, a foolish thing was but a toy, for the rain it raineth every day. But when I came to man's estate, with hey, Ho, the wind and the rain, kings, knaves, and thieves, men shut their gates. For the rain, it raineth every day. But when I came, alas, to wive, with hey-ho, the wind and the rain, by swaggering could I never thrive. For the rain, it raineth every day. But when I came unto my beds with hey-ho, the wind and the rain, with tosspots still had drunken heads. For the rain, it raineth every day. A great while ago the world began with hey-ho, the wind and the rain. But that's all one, our play is done, and we'll strive to please you every day. Joining us here on this beautiful afternoon. If you would like to come down and greet the actors and tell us how much you enjoyed the show, you're welcome to come down. Please don't walk the street. There won't be ferns here. You're trying to keep those protected. Come over here. That would be great. And thanks again for coming.